Going live. Let's see. Are we live? I think we're gonna be live, and we are maybe not live. It's like zeros. Oh, no, there we are. We're live. Hi, welcome. We were kids. Hi. What's up, guys? How are you today? Devin, how are you? Feeling good? Last hour has been like nice, fun.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So David hopefully will be here soon. I think he was doing some remodeling and eating tacos. And Bandana Gamer is drinking lots of water, staying hydrated. Question: do you think that Kool-Aid Man is the liquid, or is he the actual glass jar? Like,
it's canon that he is actually the jar.
He's the jar.
Is the I mean, that's like, is Devin like is what we see Devin like, or if you scoop all of what inside of Devin out, is that still Devin?
Oh, well, what do you think about Kool-Aid Man? Is Kool-Aid Man the liquid or the jar?
And I think it's a both and. I think if you spill the liquid out, he dies.
So is the liquid like blood?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Kool-Aid's the blood.
It's already been in one of the commercials where he was in a shower and the entire contents of the liquid was out. He is the physical jar.
Stop using facts to mess with me.
So it is canon. How did he take a shower without it just filling up with bath water?
I don't know.
Wait, is that post the reboot? I mean, the like Kool-Aid reboot? Like, what if in the reboot universe he's the liquid? Like, why is one commercial determining? Like, and what about
He was actually in the Marvel comics, and it was canon that he was in he was the actual jar.
But what about the New 52?
They don't know that stuff. Give me a break. Hello, Catman and Retro Gamer. We're asking the hard questions here. You know what? Honestly, though, he has to be the jar because the legs and stuff. He has movement of his arms and stuff, and there's no liquid in that.
Yeah.
So unless the jar is like a robot. And he is the brain, like a Krang.
Like, yeah. What if the juice is the brain? Like,
hey, Rachel RF, we're like talking. Like, we should be talking like Nintendo E3, but we're talking Kool-Aid Man right now.
Hey, David.
David. Hello.
No glitchy David. No glitchy David.
There we go. Whammies.
Yay,
whammies.
real David.
Wait.
What's up?
Wait.
Real quick, David. One question, just yes or no. I don't want to hear any thoughts on it. Is Kool-Aid Man the liquid or the jar? Right now, I'll just say jar or liquid. You gotta say jar or liquid.
He's
you can't say yes or no.
go into a very long diatribe about this, and you know that.
Just liquid or jar. What is Kool-Aid Man?
Jar.
Jar. Okay, he said jar.
Wait, is David old enough for Kool-Aid Man? Like, has that been on TV?
No, David's old enough to drink Kool-Aid.
David always drinks the Kool-Aid.
To get a week's worth of sugar in one cup? Yes, of course he is.
Stefan Prozer says he's both. No, he's one or the other.
He's both and.
So Nintendo E3. E3 is almost upon us. When is E3 happening for Nintendo? Have they announced it?
Tuesday, June 15th.
Oh, I've been getting Tuesdays off. I might be able to do this. You want to do like a big thing?
I did the hacks and I asked off, so I'm good.
I'm off already.
The only concern I have of doing that is I'm not sure how I would stream the four of us watching E3 while the E3 video is big enough for the audience to see at the same time.
Why don't you just do it where it's just us in the background as sound and you as the focal point? Because, I mean, you haven't had a video like that in quite a while.
We could figure it out. I mean, we got like a week and some change.
I mean, we could do what David or Devin just said. So like, but I don't know. I mean, I just don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but
we got time.
Yeah, so a week from today, what do you think's gonna be in it? Like, obviously Zelda 2, Breath of the Wild has to be.
Obviously.
I'm still on that bandwagon.
If they don't show
before the end of this year.
If they don't show Zelda 2, we riot. All right, like I will riot.
Out and tweet beforehand instead of in the like, which is better?
Do you like the suspense, Ken?
that there's no Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, or in the presentation they go, sorry, we got nothing.
Like, yeah, my bad.
Which of those would you prefer?
Yeah, how do you prefer the bad news?
I don't
Ken?
live in that reality. I don't speak hypotheticals. It is happening. Done deal.
We just discussed a fictional Kool-Aid.
Hey, Ken, remember what you said 2 years ago?
What did I say 2 years ago?
The teaser was starting, and I said Breath of the Wild 2, and you're like, no way.
Yeah, well, but I was living in a reality that did not exist 2 years ago. Now I'm living in a reality in which it does.
But that's the same thing. Like we can anticipate, and then maybe
No, Nintendo owes this to me directly. They owe it to me, no one else. It's
the
me.
Ken Direct.
The Ken Direct. Actually, that would be that's what you should name the video.
Hey Hunter, Ken Direct.
Yeah.
Well, dude, last time you did that fake Direct, you remember how you got like thousands of
Yeah,
views
there's still my like. Well, one of them is still my most popular video, like 98,000 views.
That's so funny.
Had I been like, if I was like a big YouTuber though, that'd be like millions right now.
Oh, you had so many people pissed off.
Oh yeah, they hated me.
I love that. That was so funny.
And some people just thought it was real too, though, because I never like in the video I never say it's an actual joke, so it's like some people are just like, "Wow, this is cool." Kind of felt bad for them. We can be excited if they announced Oracle of Season Ages remake instead. I would be, I'd be happy to some extent, but
so
I'd still
what
be
about
sad.
This? Let's say because
they did that with Skyward Sword.
Dropped doing not dropped, but like didn't even give us anything with Breath of the Wild 2 and released a bunch of stuff for Zelda 35.
I would go out into the street and just deliver Stone Cold Stunners to everybody I met.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing. Like old ladies, old babies, don't matter.
Is there anything that they could do that if they didn't do Breath of the Wild 2 that would make it acceptable?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild 3.
We know Breath of the Wild 2 hasn't even been announced technically yet, but here's the third one.
Yeah, it's like Breath of the Wild or nothing. Like, don't even do it direct. Don't even show up. Pull Sony. Don't even be there.
Are you guys into rumors and leaks?
Of course.
Yeah.
So
especially when they're vetted by you, David.
So
got to get that vetting process.
A Donkey Kong game from the Mario Odyssey team, yes or no?
Yes. What do you mean by yes or no? Do I think that's real? Do I want that?
Yeah, is that something we're gonna see?
I would love to see that, because then they could do like a crossover with Odyssey where he comes to New Donk City or something like that as like a crossover DLC between the games. I think that'd be really cool.
Donkey Kong Odyssey? Like, what if that's the sequel to Mario Odyssey?
Oh, if that was a sequel, that'd be like, I don't know how I'd feel about that. But I don't even really like Donkey Kong games, but for some reason, like when they announced when the rumor happened of a Mario 3D platformer style Donkey Kong game, I kind of got like, I might like that.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did it where like in the lineage of Donkey Kong, whoever that was in the original Donkey Kong game comes back, steals Daisy, goes up to the top of the tower, like in the actual game.
Well, it's not Daisy though.
Or whoever it was.
Pauline. I mean, that the Odyssey universe, actually, now I'm thinking, like, would be so cool to have Donkey Kong in New Donk City, like something with him and Paula, Mayor Paula. That would be so awesome.
And that would be tongue in cheek, because I mean, the whole lawsuit was that, Donkey Kong was like a ripoff of King Kong, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of funny.
Can you imagine, like, if that lawsuit had gone through, Nintendo probably would have been wiped out. Like, it was all, like, if that judge somehow, some reason, just decided differently, Nintendo wouldn't be here because of that.
Right.
I don't know. Like,
crazy.
if I think about it, I really think that Nintendo did plagiarize Donkey Kong or King Kong. If you think about it, like,
well, there's a lot
I think
of
the judge made the wrong call. I'm glad he did.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of
parallels
on like
a giant monkey with the name Kong. There's not just parallels; it's a copy.
Well, I mean, to other Nintendo franchises as well, like Luigi's Mansion to like Ghostbusters, right? I think that's like a kind of an obvious thing too with the Poltergeist.
I mean, if I remember correctly with the Donkey Kong stuff, like the people who were suing actually didn't own King Kong. Like as much as it was Universal, and there was something with Universal's rights to King Kong, and then there's debate over how much King Kong stole from Mighty Joe Young, and yeah, it was a very clustery web. And I think the judge just went, "I'm not untangling this. No lawsuit."
Yeah, giant Monkey Kong. It was totally stolen.
Oh yeah, no, they pulled. I'll see that.
That's one rumor. I'm gonna throw another one at you guys.
Breath of the Wild 2 rumors? Any Breath of the Wild rumors? That's all I care about right now. I'm all guns are pointed at Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild 2. They just tweeted it out. Breath of the Wild 2 is canceled. They're moving on to the Switch W, which will be the new system that follows the Switch.
I will cut your face.
It will be called Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I can't pull this anymore. Please go ahead.
I get violent when you start making jokes about Zelda.
All right, so a new 2D Metroid game from the team that did Samus Returns. Yes or no?
I'd be all over that.
Not happening.
You don't think so?
We get is Metroid Prime 4.
Well, that's in tandem, right? Like that's being developed at the same time, but Samus Returns, I think, was pretty successful in the 3DS, and
it was a great game. I like that one a lot.
That company, the developer, Mercury Steam, I think they did a pretty good job. So I could. It's kind of like Nintendo's relationship with Grezzo, like, hey, let's hand it off to like a smaller developer.
I'd be down with a remake of Fusion.
Yeah, or like an actual proper sequel.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. M2, baby. Other M2.
Okay. What about
hits right now? Like,
what was that?
Ken's just hitting the hits. Like, Ken got his finger on the pulse of what the fans want. Other M2, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat 4. That's
Kirby Air Ride Unlimited.
All right.
That.
What about
Kirby Air Ride's cool.
Hey,
what
Sylvia,
about,
I'm doing good. How about you, Sylvia?
What about Super Mario Party 2?
If it started with online and they gave us a couple extra boards, like seriously, if they just throw the word ultimate on it and just bring all the classic boards back. One board from every game.
Ken for mayor, man.
I could see that happening, actually.
Ken for mayor.
Of Nintendoville. Let's see. I'm trying to dig up some stuff that I had.
What do you want to see at E3? Because Sony's not coming, right? So it's all like this E3 could be like one of the most important in my life, where I make the decision of Xbox over Sony.
Okay, I got a couple. F-Zero game, yes or no?
There hasn't been one in a long time. Am I wrong? Or
almost like 20 years, I think.
That would I wouldn't say it would break the internet, but it would definitely move it a little, because it would definitely trend on Twitter and stuff. People would be crazy, what the heck? I can't believe this.
Okay.
There was a small team that made a F-Zero S game right at the Switch launch.
Yeah, it's Fast Racing Neo, right?
Yeah. If Nintendo went to them and said, "Hey, just make the next thing because every game they've done has been better than the last one," that would be awesome. I would love for them to show up as the F-Zero devs. I mean, they practically are the F-Zero devs at this point.
All right, before I keep moving, we have to acknowledge the chat. People saying hi. So just give a hi to the chat.
Hi, chat.
Hi, chat.
What's going on?
Give me an open world F-Zero game that touches on Captain Falcon and his bounty hunting. Could you imagine? So we get the F-Zero game that we've all wanted, but it's nothing racing. Or it's the racing is akin to the space travel in Kingdom Hearts 1.
I mean, that's Star Fox Adventure all over again.
Yeah.
That is exactly like.
Okay, so if we get F-Zero, could we also get Mario Kart 9, or do you think it's one or the other?
They'd be dumb if they did both.
They would be.
And
So
honestly, I think Mario Kart 9 would even be a little dumb to do because there's 8's making so much money for them. Like, why?
I agree. I don't think we need another Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'd buy it and be excited.
I would be very excited for Mario Kart 9. I would also be just as excited for Mario Kart 8 DLC. Like, just update that more.
Just throw more characters and more races.
I think a Mario Party 2 should happen more so than a Mario Kart 9.
Okay. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Do we see gameplay? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Like proper,
say, yeah.
like proper, like 7-minute gameplay or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming out so soon. I would say, yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like
liking
what they
the
did with Sword and
positivity.
Shield 2 years ago. You know, they announced it and then we saw a lot more gameplay, and they even had a display or you know what I'm talking about, like an actual like giant area at E3 where you could devote it to it.
I think that was like the second longest line we waited in, right?
I think so. Because we were able to fool some people into thinking we were press, and we weren't able to fool
Dude,
others.
tell the guys about the Luigi's Mansion like 3-hour line we skipped.
Oh gosh, I had like I had a pretty cool setup on my phone, but at the end of the day, it was still a phone camera. But I had like a boom mic on it and all this stuff, and you know, like we were just like walking, and suddenly the security guard who's dressed like a bellhop just is like, you know, he's like, you know, poses for the picture, and then he's like, yeah, you should see I don't know exactly what he said, but he basically just waved us in, and I just kept walking.
We played along.
Yeah, I just played along, and I was afraid David was going to give me up, though, because
No, dude, I was all about it, but when we were in there, I was like, dude, we have to really pretend we're media or something, because
yeah, so we just pretended we were media for like we got in there. I think we got into a couple, but that was like the best one we got into. And then we could not skip the Zelda line though. They did not buy us at all. It was like media.
the Zelda line was tough, man. That was really. Remember, we got cut off at the last second.
Yeah, it was a long line. I think we waited like 3 hours for that line or something. I don't even know. It was.
Okay, Monolith Soft, developer of Xenoblade, and also co-developer of Breath of the Wild. Do we see a third Xenoblade, a port of Xenoblade X, or nothing at all?
I think we'll see Xenoblade X before we see Xenoblade 3.
It's a good answer.
I'm actually surprised we haven't seen Xenoblade. One thing I want to point out with all these rumors, they announced in their press release that a majority of everything they're showing dropped in
2021.
2021. So yeah, that's why I kind of think a Xenoblade Chronicles X would be far more likely than a 3.
Okay. Do you think that we could maybe see, with the popularity of Xenoblade, that like resurged because of Smash? Do you think that we could see like maybe like a combo pack, or like a definitive version of Xenoblade 2 with the DLC attached? Or do you think that there would be reprints? Because there hasn't been a reprint since then.
One thing I would really, really love is a Nintendo Select line. And I think that would be great for a Nintendo Select line.
For sure.
Line like $30. Re-release those and put a little special stamp.
It'd be hard though. Like, what are they gonna put in it? Like ARMS and what else? Splatoon 1,
A lot, man. Tennis.
tennis. Yeah.
Link's Awakening you could put on there.
Link's Awakening. I don't think that deserves to be in that slot yet.
You're the Zelda fan is telling us that's not deserving.
It's
of
still
the,
$60. People are gonna pay it.
I mean,
man.
they could. I mean, the question is, are they still paying it? Just because it is $60. Yeah, I'm with you. Tennis, the Donkey Kong,
Tropical Freeze.
There's enough. I mean, the system came out in 2017. We could definitely throw some Nintendo shit like that at by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arms and Aces. That's about it.
I think there's at least like 7 to 10 titles.
Yoshi's Woolly World and Captain Toad.
World,
Captain Toad.
Captain Toad.
Let's see.
I think Link's Awakening would be fine. Honestly, I think you could throw Breath of the Wild out there at Breath of the Wild.
Shut your mouth. Shut your damn mouth.
I'm saying more people would want to play it.
Yeah, everybody wants to play it. They deserve to play it. The world deserves this game, but they don't deserve it for free, for peanuts.
Ooh, Fire Emblem. I could see Fire Emblem as a Nintendo for life.
Maybe.
And that's that leads me to another rumor is that Intelligent Systems is working on another Fire Emblem title, kind of akin to like Echoes. You know how Echoes was released like 2 years or a year after Birthright and Conquest.
Yeah, the remake of the second one.
Right. So I'm hearing like rumors of like a remake of Shadow what's the Game Boy Advance one?
In the States, it's Fire Emblem.
There was the DS one. Sorry, the what is it? Dragon Shadow Blade Dragon something.
Well, Shadow of the Dragon, the DS one, is a remake of the first one.
Yeah.
So we could just say that I think you could definitely see Fire Emblem Echoes as a series. And them doing some really high-end remake with the tech they put into Three Houses.
Well, Echoes was a remake as well of Shadows of Valencia, right?
No, it was Echo Shadows of Valencia. So I'm thinking they would do Fire Emblem Echoes,
right?
Fantasy super title thing here.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Veronica Castillo. What's up?
And I think
Mom, you gotta say hi to the mom of the podcast. You just gotta stop what you're doing and say hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
So you could probably also do like another. There's several Fire Emblem Famicom titles, right?
Sure.
So I mean, since the one that was released in December did pretty good, judging on how hard it is to find, it sells out. I would say that maybe Nintendo does something like that again. I mean, they are localizing Famicom Detective Club, which is crazy. Yeah. And we might see that Bond game that was announced on the Switch, that the art was done by the guy who illustrates One Punch Man.
I don't know what that is.
To me.
That was a Japanese. That was in one of the Japanese showcase directs. It's kind of like a visual, like interactive novel-like game. That's kind of the only thing I know how to describe it. But we could see that being localized to the States. So
okay.
I think it's just called Bond, BOND.
Never heard of it personally.
I think it's like a U.S. bond, like money bond.
Are we talking GoldenEye? Is that what that is?
No relation to James Bond.
Is it called Buddy Mission Bond?
Something like that, yeah.
Buddy Mission Bond?
So,
what is Buddy Mission?
Never heard of it before.
Yep, so that's a Japanese only game that could be localized. I mean, never doubt anime when it comes to video games. They do really well.
Especially Switch in general has been like a JRPG machine, and a lot of random stuff is coming out in Japan.
They need to localize that Shin-Chan game. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it. I was actually about to buy the Japanese version because
it looks beautiful. It looks like you're watching the cartoon almost.
Definitely,
it's kind of cool.
But go on. Is there any more rumors?
Can we make some rumors?
The Kirby team's working on something, and they've said that they have been working on something.
Like another mainline Kirby game,
I
or
think they were saying that they actually really want to bring Kirby into the 3D space again instead of the 2.5 space. So
again, explain. Am I missing something?
Well, Air Ride was pretty 3D.
True.
Pretty much every mainline Kirby game has been 2.5 2D kind of thing. So they want to experiment to make it kind of like actual 3D.
What if they remade the one on the N64? I can't remember the title.
Crystal Shards?
Crystal Shards.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I would love to see Crystal Shards. By far my favorite Kirby game.
That music is amazing. It's so good.
And also Kirby Tilt and Tumble for the Game Boy.
Well, you know there was a Tilt and Tumble sequel on the 64 that was canceled, right?
Really?
Or originally was going to be on the 64, and then it was just brought to the Game Boy Color or something. And there was actually supposed to be a Kirby Air Ride was supposed to be on the 64. So, yeah.
There was a lot that was supposed to be on the 64 that they ended up being like, well, this isn't doing too well. Let's shoot this over.
Like Mother 3.
Yeah.
Mother 3, Star Fox.
That will be the day the world ends.
Would you guys flip out if that like got leaked, like the
Mother
ROM
3?
of that? Yeah,
Hell
like
yeah,
for 64.
yeah.
64. I mean, I know that sounds like a very naive kind of cheap question.
The one that was never released at all.
I'll say
one
this.
from
This is actually, I would say this. Like, that might be the only thing that could salvage a non Breath of the Wild 2 direct, actually. Like, no joke. A Mother 64 or a Mother 3 localization, even. I'd be like, that would be the only thing that could shock me back into, like just, this was a good direct.
I seriously have a feeling like they have to know the massive fan base that would just literally crap the bed to see that happening.
Yeah, they definitely
know. They have to be waiting until Nintendo goes like, "Ooh, we done screwed up again. We had another one of these happen again."
Nintendo of America.
Here you go, guys.
Yeah, Nintendo of America definitely knows because of that robot chicken skit they did in like 15.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I have a feeling they're waiting for Nintendo to really goof and then be like, we messed up. Here you go.
I don't know, man. I hope so. That would be awesome.
That level of goof. Like the Virtual Boy. Ugh. I mean,
I know you're going to make fun of me, John, but honestly, the Virtual Boy is not as bad as it is put out to be by most people.
Who gave you the Virtual Boy?
I know you did. I know you did.
No,
I love you.
Saying,
it's prominently on my shelf for a reason.
I love the Virtual Boy. I'm just saying a goof of that business, because we have to admit,
in theory, the Wii U was the same goof.
Yeah.
I think the Wii U had a little more love, especially because it had 160 games and a lot more time on the shelf.
Well, it only had a lot more time on the shelf because Nintendo had nothing else. It's like, Nintendo was like, here you go. And everyone's like, nah. And Nintendo was like, whoa.
Yeah, Nintendo did not have something to fall back onto like they did with the Game Boy and the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they just kept enhancing the Game Boy. So,
I mean, when you're a console business and your console totally fails, that's a big goof. Now, when you look at them side by side, you can think that the Wii U, I like the Wii U, and I mean, people like the Virtual Boy probably because of the novelty of it, but does anybody really think it's an awesome system? But people really think that the Wii U is an awesome system. It just, whatever happened with the Wii U, but it was a colossal failure. I mean,
go on.
I don't know how true this is, but Reggie, I believe, literally said that if the Switch wasn't a success, it would have meant real big trouble for Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
following the Wii U.
Think so. I really don't think
that's what Reggie said.
I think they would have left the console space.
Oh yeah, they probably would.
I think
that's a huge deal. Like,
I think they would.
But I don't exactly see that as
Disney and like working on their IPs. I think they would have been more and more focused on those IPs.
Oh, that I would have definitely called that trouble.
This was pointed. I wanted to show this. I know, Ken, you have one of these, right? The Zelda Wii U?
Yeah.
David, don't you?
I don't have that one, no.
John?
I don't.
Since I ended up getting one off of Facebook Marketplace a long time ago, somebody was selling it really cheap. I just decided to snap it up because it was complete in box as well. I have 2 of them. I noticed that the gold trimming is actually lighter on one of them. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I'm gonna have to show you the picture that I saw, or the picture that I took. I don't know why. That was just a random thing.
I think we need to have like a forensic show, like going through stuff with Devin. Like, is this artifact? Is this authentic or is it a fake? Has someone just gone with a golden squiggly? Today on
Yeah.
Video Game Roadshow with Ratboy Collectibles.
I think he had to answer something real quick from the sideline. But
that was the moment I finally pissed Devin off.
Devin's gone.
the straw
Devin
that broke
quits.
the camel's back.
Destiny has a British show.
So here's a question. If like okay, so a few years ago there was a big leak, right? There was a big Nintendo breach from their servers. And since then we've essentially have gotten kind of leaks drip fed to us. So like 3 years ago was the big Pokemon beta Space World leak. That was like probably my favorite leak. And then last year we had like the double whammy of the Mario 64 beta leak and the Ocarina of Time beta leak, right? So let's just say that this leak was like super more substantial than what we really think. And it's already been proven so with the heavy hitters that have been leaked. And they've also leaked a bunch of like Game Boy titles and Super Nintendo titles. What if like the golden egg or the magnum opus of this leak is Mother 3, right? Like what if or Zelda or something of that kind? Like do you think are you guys a fan of, obviously that's very exciting, but where do you guys see it from like a moral perspective? I hate to get all deep with you guys, but
Mother 3 was released as a Game Boy Advance game in Japan.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the 64 beta.
You're playing the 64.
Is that something that you think that, I know that this term kind of like triggers people, but we deserve as fans?
No. Fans don't deserve anything.
Except for Breath of the Wild 2 trailers at
Or
E3.
Breath of the Wild 3, Breath of the Wild 2 and 3 back to back. 6 months of release of each other.
Other than that, I agree with Bandana. We don't deserve it. However, at the same time, if it got leaked and Nintendo was like, please don't, I'd be like, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna.
I wish Nintendo would be more open with that stuff now that it's 20, 30 years in their past and donate it to like the Video Game Preservation Society for them to like put out there. But I wouldn't be super thrilled with a leak, but I'm probably like Ken.
Very true.
I love those leaks, and I try to enjoy those without like disrespecting Nintendo in any way. But I love the alternate timeline hypothetical of like what could have been, what we missed out on, kind of thing. And when I follow people that literally break the leaks to the microscopic level, like it's really intricate.
Yeah.
And I love that. I just, especially with games that are really near and dear to me, like Mario 64, Ocarina of Time. Like these people are so smart and they reverse engineer these leaks. And I've been kind of showing you guys throughout the years as well. So I think if like Mother 3 or Zelda or whatever leaked, I think it's just fair game. I think that's just something that's the nature of the beast with the internet. It gets picked apart and then we get to enjoy that.
Yeah, if like it's like, I don't know, like maybe it's hypocritical and stuff, but like seriously, if the leakers came out somehow they got Earthbound 64. They got it, and then they leaked it. And then Nintendo sued them, like found them and sued them. I'd be like, Nintendo's within their rights, 100%.
For sure.
But I would be playing it at the same time, So it's like, am I just like an evil person? Am I just bad?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to get at here. Is where do you guys see it from that perspective? Because I'm the same. I would be like, Nintendo has every right to exercise their the legality of the situation if they wish, but at the same time, I'm gonna be enjoying every bit of that leak as well.
Like, thank you for going to jail for me, so I can enjoy 5 hours.
And the ninjas are real. The Nintendo ninjas are like crazy real. If you really want to get into it, they definitely have their shooters on deck.
You know what makes me even a worse person? Some people could then go start a GoFundMe to like for the hackers, for their lawyers and stuff, and I wouldn't I just wouldn't pay anything.
Yeah, I mean, where they're playing with fire. These guys know exactly what they're getting themselves into, right?
I'm just being honest though. I'm just a bad person,
hey, man.
I think. Now that you made me like reflect upon my selfish nature, David. But
there's like a starving person in front of me, and I'm just gonna eat a bagel slowly.
I might eat the starving person.
No, the starving person is Ken, and I keep him away from those hot dogs from LA.
No,
not that again.
No, I'm just Devin. We're vetoing this right now.
Bacon. The
moment he said it, like I could taste it and smell it. I could smell it because I never actually tasted it.
Okay, I want to answer the question that I think it was EPS put in the chat. Am I going to get the Virtual Boy modded to play on the TV? Probably not. I don't really want to do that. It just seems like it would be all blown out of proportion and look really weird. I do want to get it modded so the eyes work better though.
And on mine, I was thinking about. I had two. Is my story, and I was thinking about fixing one to be in its original state and then modding it, another one to go out to the TV. And I was like, man, I'd rather just play this in the original state, and I got rid of the other one.
Is there an actual good game on the Virtual Boy, or is there just mediocre games that
Wario
can pass as good games?
I was going to say Wario Land that Will still has for me. I wait. Which games do I even have? I can't remember.
Mario Tennis on Virtual Boy that was the pack-in. I think is the best Mario Tennis.
Yeah, I was going to say I have Mario Tennis and Tellero Boxer. I actually like these games. They're really enjoyable.
Tellero Boxer is pretty cool. It's a nice little kind of a punch out.
Yeah, I think it's really ingenious for what it is.
I think there was a lot of good games. It was, we could. Overpriced. It was definitely not what the market was looking for. It was a cool idea. It was a very, very cool idea.
I just still fall in love with it because it's my two favorite colors, black and red. So that's one big reason why I love that thing so much.
Dev, so what kind of do you have the Sport Red Xbox controller? I know that's off topic, but
no, I don't.
Dude.
I have the Gears of War Xbox, the Elite Gears of War Xbox controller, and the Gears of War controller that came with the Xbox.
Okay, that's a cool one. I have the Sport Red one that got like 2 years ago, and I think that's like right up your alley.
Oh, that Red one is pretty cool. They also, I just was in a store earlier. You think it was today or it was today, and they had this like really neon yellow Xbox controller. It was like almost kind of blinding to look at, but it looked really neat.
Here's a controversial statement, and I fully stand behind it. I think Microsoft Xbox has their stuff together when it comes to the controller variations.
Oh yeah,
like in terms of like schemes.
Did you guys see the fact that they have the PS5? The new colors are actually coming out.
Yeah, the burgundy and the black one.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that black and red one. I want that one.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But also, like, my sister got a red. What's the one that comes with the Series X, JB, or like the next gen Xbox? Where like it's kind of like takes after the Elite controller, but it's more simplified. Yeah, she got that, and it works on her one. It works on her.
Oh yeah, everything Xbox right now is just like across the platform because they're kind of coming out like Apple does with iPads and iPhones. Like they'll just phase stuff out when they need to.
It's an ecosystem that they've created, and I
Yeah.
really, really admire that. But
Yeah.
anyway, so we got 20 minutes left, and
I mean, are we going to talk Xbox now? I'm down.
it's not quite it's not quite the show before E3, so I think we can save some E3 goodies for next week.
I want to say
I thought E3. Wait, when's E3?
E3's not this Tuesday, but the next.
Oh,
Well, that's the Nintendo E3.
Nintendo E3, yes.
That weekend before, Capcom's got a presentation, Square's got a presentation.
But Ken, look at Ken's like disinterested face right now. He doesn't care about those companies.
I mean,
man.
they're going to talk about Switch stuff. I mean, we know they're going to talk about Switch.
what?
Look at him,
I just want to. I want to talk.
Did you say Nintendo?
There
dude.
will be Nintendo-esque news.
Okay.
I am interested in the Xbox Bethesda one because if Bethesda does go exclusive, which they might because the Xbox bought them, the Evil Empire just bought them, then like I would just go Xbox Series One, X Pro, whatever they are. Yep, Sony's out the window. I'd just get a PS4 and play Spider-Man, and I'd be done.
You're missing out on Returnal, but anyway. But I have to do this. I'm sorry, but has anybody had any other good pickups this week?
Not as good as you, sir.
I'm sorry. I have to hold this one over you finally because I finally won.
Silent Hill 3, baby.
Here, let me go through let me go through one, and then you can just knock it down. Like that way, it's even in comparison. So, like, I got BioShock Infinite for $3. Now, Devin, go.
No, I was at a yard sale and I ended up finding. I always look at games when I see them at yard sales, and they're always PS2 games, a bunch of sports games. So I'm looking through the stacks, and this thing was at the bottom of a $5 pile. I was blown away, and it
looks like it's in good condition.
Yeah, no, it's like perfect. It looks like no one's ever actually even played this damn thing.
It's got the manual and everything.
Mm-hmm. And the soundtrack too. Ooh. So I was very happy, especially because I'm only missing one of the mainline Silent Hill games.
Only one? So you have Homecoming?
I have 2, 3, 4, Homecoming, Downpour. Yeah, I think that's it.
Wait, what counts as the main line at this point?
I'm saying 1, 2, 3, and 4 because then they have Book of Sorrows, the one on the Wii. I forget what that one's called. It's got the picture of the little girl that's like frozen. I forget, but you guys, I'm assuming, know what I'm talking about. See, that's the thing that's annoying me right now because I have Silent Hill 4, but it's on the Xbox, and the other 3 are on the PS3 or PS2. So
it's a solid pickup, man. That game's like probably one of the. I think it is the most expensive Silent Hill game on the PS2.
Oh, I had like mild heart attack when I was like, "Holy crap! Is that what I'm really looking at?" So I'm like, "Yep, $5 out." A yard sale. Yeah,
nice.
I threw $5 at him, and I was like, "Peace!" Like out of here. And then I also got the Oddworld collection on the Switch.
What if the guy was like, "Actually, hold on just a second."
No, I'm like, "Fuck that!"
Dude, all we see is just wrists and ankles at that point. Yeah.
I had to get this though because all 3 of the games are actually on that cartridge apparently, which I find way more interesting. Especially, I have the original 3 copies, but now they are all on this one. I really wish they would have released that at first.
Question: so you got all 3. You're a big fan. You get the Switch version. It has all 3 on the cartridge. Did you play the cartridge?
No, I have the downloaded versions. I bought those first before the physical releases came out.
So you've bought these games essentially 3 times now.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. Yes.
No,
have you played them?
I'm just making sure I understand. Like
this rough calculation of about $8,000 in Switch games alone.
JP understands. JP understands because he has several versions of the Power Rangers game.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not knocking.
So it's
in any case, I've been such an Oddworld fan since the PlayStation 1. I love that series.
For sure, man. Oddworld is like. I would want that rep in Smash before like Crash.
I would love to see Abe in Smash. That would be so cool.
Like Abe would just get killed. Like that's like how Abe.
But they could literally put that in as part of his moveset because he's constantly dying in the game. They could somehow implement.
What if his down smash is that meat grinder thing that would just like That'd be so cool.
Oh God, Sakurai would never allow it, but that would be very cool.
Soulstorm's about to get announced for the Xbox.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Wait, Soulstorm in the Xbox?
Yeah.
I thought it was a PS5 exclusive.
6 month timed.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Dude, every third party exclusive now from now on is just going to be timed 6 month or a year.
I am still happy that I got that the Odyssey collection or whatever the hell it was for the Soulstorm, where it has the statue and everything with it.
That's a beautiful collection.
Dude, thing's like sold out super quick. I was gonna get it, but by the time you told me and I checked, it was sold out. So
yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No. I'm just saying by the time I actually checked the statement, like on Discord,
I also kind of assumed that like I was the only one that was really like obsessed with Oddworld because it was like my favorite PS1 game like ever.
I love Oddworld. I think Munch's Odyssey is like still very underrated in my opinion.
Yeah, Munch's Odyssey is really fun. I don't like it as much as like the base Oddworld games, but
I like it more than
really
Stranger's Wrath.
Stranger's Wrath was an oddball. I mean,
pun intended.
Unintended, yeah, but it was really weird as compared to the rest of the Oddworld games.
So, how do you like Soulstorm on the PS5? Do you think it's like do you think it's an actual proper sequel to the franchise?
Mm-hmm. Very much. It kills my OCD though because the whole game, in the original, they're all set up the same way of trying to save all the Mudokons and get through the game. If you don't find all of them, and then it says, "Oh, you missed like 10 of them," like freaking where? It kills me, but it's really fun. I do like it a lot.
That gives it like replayability, pretty much.
Yeah, I like how it's a little bit more level based this time, where you can play a big chunk. It'll tells you, "Oh, you got this grade on that part. This many Mudokons were saved." Blah 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 blah. You can go and replay the levels. I'm planning on doing that once I actually completely get through it.
There's a few moments in gaming that truly like gave me a scary stomach feeling, and it was in that cutscene in the first Oddworld when he finds out that his fellow people are being made into meat pies.
Mm-hmm.
That was so scary.
A really dark game.
Yeah.
And
you guys were all probably like teenagers, and we're like, "Nah, this is not scary." But 6-year-old me was like.
Yeah,
but I was always the weird one.
Yeah.
I love stuff.
2015 was a scary year, David.
So. I was always the weird one, so I absolutely loved the dark grittiness of that game. It's also a big reason why I like Symphony of the Night as well, because of the gothic horror.
Side note, in November, we need to do a David 30th special. We just need to do a special episode when David turns 30.
I like how you actually acknowledge that I'm going to turn 30 and not like 13.
David aged! Yay!
Devin, you're not that much older than me, dude.
I'm only 31, I know.
Here's the thing. With Devin's height comes age.
Right.
I'm still taller than all three of you.
I mean, because he can grind our bones to make his bread, we just acknowledge that he's older.
Like, if I shave, I would look like a kid, dude.
How
Honestly.
much do you shave? Like, what Nintendo thing could get announced that would make you shave?
Shave just here, not here,
Yeah.
right?
No, shave your face. Shave your face.
Shave my face.
Thing, announcement at E3, like for the fences, like Breath of the Wild 3 right on top of Breath of the Wild 2, or something like that.
We don't want Ken to be like a complete cue ball if that happens.
No, this is just you, man. I'm like, I want to know what
I've done
Nintendo
really
announcement
big.
that you would bet that would happen that will make you shave. Mother 4.
For sure. I was actually going to say a proper, like, actual sequel to that franchise.
Well, is Mother 3 though count?
No.
Okay, so it has to be a sequel.
I would say a brand new installment.
And you will shave.
And I'll shave.
All right, we have all heard this.
Yeah, that's a safe bet though. That's not happening.
Hey, man. I'm going to...
David can shave, mail me some of his clippings, and I'll eat it. All right, if that happens.
Okay, let's just keep this going.
This is on YouTube Live. We have confirmation of this.
It's just not gonna happen.
Okay, that's so funny.
I am looking forward to this year's E3. Now Mother 4 is my new most desired game.
Like, bring it on. Like, I will like just glue his hair to me and become the next David.
No, you said in you.
I'll eat it. I'll eat it. Like, I'll be like gluing it and eating it at the same time.
Oh my gosh, what? Oh my, like, I gotta think on this. We've got some possibilities.
What are you gonna go? You gonna go bribe Doug Bowser? Like, Doug, this guy's gonna eat hair.
I got a bet going. Let's do this.
DB, what up, man? All right.
Oh my god.
Speaking of bets I lost, I still haven't forgot. I gotta play Resident Evil 4. So that's still on the horizon. I'm a man of my word.
Wonderful starting point.
Huh?
It's a wonderful starting point.
I should just figure out a way to stream it though, so I can so you guys can play with me or something.
Okay.
Ken, the first 20 minutes is like that I want to see your reaction to what happens.
I want to see him play the first 4 hours of Resident Evil 8 and get chased by Vampire Mommy.
Did you guys ever finish that?
I got stuck. I'm exploring one of the other houses right now.
What about you, JB?
I went on vacation and have not, and then came back and started the new job. So I'm not
properly.
Probably, yeah. And the thing that stinks, this is just such a first world problem. My best time to play video games is during the day. In the room where my TV with my Series X is,
the sun
so lit up. It is so lit up, and it is such a mood kill. And I'm just like, nope, not buying this at all. Nope. And so, and then my wife hates horror, so it's kind of like, I want to spend time with you. Could you close your eyes and ears and just let me stroke your hair while I play this game? It's not weird. It's not weird.
We got a random message from JB saying, I killed one of the wasp daughters or something.
Yeah, I was very pleased with myself.
Yeah, that game's tough.
Yeah, it definitely is. I got stuck for quite a while, and then I got really into Returnal, though. I finally got past the first boss in that game, and literally impossible to get past the second one. I don't know why.
Oh, man. That game looks like so much fun. But
it is a lot of fun.
Devin, are you eating the pizza with churros on it or the other one?
Churro pizza.
JB's face. The churro pizza looks amazing, dude.
We have a Discord chat for your food. The whole point of that was so that you don't.
Yeah, JB gave me my little space.
It's like, hey, he'll ask a question about this.
Yeah, true.
Dude, hey, we have to admit, churro pizza sounds amazing.
It really is. Very much. Let's not let the show go on churro pizza. Let's do this. Come on.
All right.
So we got 7 minutes left.
EPS has asked a couple questions. I don't want to ignore EPS.
All right.
Well, let's get into EPS's question.
I forget one of them already, though. He said something. He was like, are you guys going to get some kind of what game? I don't know what game it was.
Disgaea 6.
Oh, Disgaea, yeah. I actually really
liked
liked the Disgaea series, but the problem was, I got out of video games for a long time, right? And then I got back into it. And I ended up getting a PS3 before the RPGs. And I just blew through Disgaea 1, 2, 3, and 4 because I loved the game. But because I did it back to back, I burnt myself out of the Disgaea franchise. And
I want Disgaea 6, and I love Disgaea because of these guys, the Prennies.
Yeah, I really wish I wouldn't have done what I did because I loved the series, but now I'll never play another. It's like you eat your favorite my favorite candy is Kit Kat bars, and then one day you just eat it for 2 weeks in a row, and then you never want another Kit Kat again. That's what I did with Disgaea.
I get that.
And then he just asked, he doesn't even know what Returnal is. So you said something earlier, Devin, that you wanted to tell EPS.
It's really weird. I don't know if I've been playing it for days on end, and I don't even know if I can validly explain it. It's a roguelite mixed with a bullet hell and time travel. It's crazy. All I know is the main character crash lands on this alien planet, and then you keep going through it, And the fact that like the roguelite, they always start over again, and they like the whole landscape changes. That is literally built into the story, and she's seeing her own dead bodies as she goes through and trying to understand why. It's really, really, really interesting.
I heard it's very original.
I would say,
from a narrative standpoint as well. So.
And it's got like the difficulty of Dark Souls. I swear to God, it's so freaking hard. I cannot get through these boss battles. But if anybody has a PS5, definitely worth a pickup.
The developer, is it House Marquee?
Yeah, and PlayStation Studios.
So their games are also very bullet hell inspired.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an indie one that they did that was like zombies, twin stick shooter.
I like those.
And it's like 3-player, like trio type gameplay. So
I got a hard hitting question.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
If you could hang out with one of the champions of Zelda for a weekend, who would it be?
Rivali.
Rivali. Why?
He's a dick.
Yeah. So you want to hang out with, I mean, do you hang out with dicks in real life?
I mean, look at the podcast I'm on. I think Rivali is just, he's got I think he'd be the coolest to hang out with. It'd also be the one that you'd be like, hey, you could get to do stuff by going, bet you couldn't do that.
Yeah, but he's also the one that's not going to tip the waiter.
I can tip the waiter for me and him. Well, I'll be that guy. I can pick up that slack.
Okay. David?
Link.
No. Okay. Yeah, he's a champion, but no, we're not doing that one. He doesn't count.
He doesn't count. Why?
Link is a blank slate. Link is you.
Link is a champion.
No. Okay. Technicality. I hate people like that.
Wonderful.
You're not technicalities, dude.
You're not doing that.
Okay, I'm gonna say Urbosa. She's pretty cool.
Why?
Because she has a 6-pack, man.
And now we know something very deep about
So is that it? Like a 6-pack?
She's a badass, dude. She's a badass, and she's I would say she's easily the coolest champion. And I've always had like this I don't know, interest for Gerudo, the Gerudo lore. So I don't know. That's my reasons there.
Okay. Devin.
Daruk, for sure.
Holy crap. No way. This is hilarious. Like all of us are picking a different champion because Minfo would be mine. But go on. Why is yours Daruk?
I just always thought he was like the funniest out of all of them, and because he's just a big dopey rock monster, I just love him.
All right. Well, this is a PG show. I'm not going to tell you why I would want to be with Minfa. So,
it's all good.
But
now you got the chat speculating, man.
You're right. Hunter says Daruk would just take you on an insane adventure. I can see that. Daruk is like,
that's for sure.
He's like, I don't know. I can see that though.
And his weapon is just awesome.
What do you have, the Rock Smasher?
That big ass freaking sword thing.
Hey,
that Link
Skyflint
can barely freaking pick up.
Skyflint says Rivali or Minfa. Those would actually be my two as well. Although
Did you guys...
there's something about her though that is very like, yeah, like I could see myself wanting to hang out with her too.
Did you guys also have a mini heart attack when you were trying to get to the Gerudo, or not the Gerudo, the Goron part of Death Mountain, and you were just trying to get there right on time before you caught on fire?
Yeah.
Was that hard for you guys too?
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys remember that?
It's not something that sticks in my memory.
I don't think it was that hard for me.
Dude, I think it was because I was trying to do it too early with very little hearts.
Probably.
Oh yeah, I kept trying to do it and kept absolutely just burning to death. I'm like, screw this. It was actually the last of the divine beasts that I did when I played.
You should have had a lot of hearts by then.
Well, I know, but I'm saying I tried it too early, and then that's why I went back last.
I'm pissed that I did Rivali last because man, that little that air power that he has would have been so helpful so many times.
Oh God, I used that through the entire game.
Exactly. So it like sucked that I got it last.
I got it last too, and it felt great.
All right.
The way David does things is the best way to do it.
Just because I don't care about Rivali, man. You guys know this.
I love Rivali. He's like
He's my least favorite of the 4.
Oh, I love him. Love him. He's so unique. But it is 8:00. So anybody got anything to say? This is not. I thought it was the week before E3. I'm so out of the loop with life right now.
I mean, it is the week. It's just not the week before the news that we will talk about.
Yeah, technically, because like, doesn't it start on Sunday next week?
Yeah, I mean, Xbox and Bethesda will have happened by now, so we will have the big decision I'm waiting on happening.
Is it Bethesda exclusivity?
Yeah, it is you. Like, is this when Ken converts? Like, that is the biggest news.
No joke. Fallout 5 exclusive. Yeah, done. I will go and buy a PS4 to play Spider-Man and New Horizon Dawn and stuff like that. But then I will instantly start searching for an Xbox Series S or something.
You want
X.
X. Is the S the
S is the digital less power.
Oh yeah, X. I want the X.
Which is also a good system.
So, anyone else? Anyone else got anything to say?
Hopefully, David and I and maybe others will be doing something for the Xbox presser.
Well, what? Like, it's Sunday night?
It is Sunday during the day.
Oh, during the day. Okay, no, I won't
That
be able
was
to do
Sunday
it.
at 1. So
Okay.
but David and I have passed an initial plan, and we were going to talk to others. Except Devin, we decided to leave Devin out.
Don't you have like work or church though, John?
It actually falls in a nice little
Pocket.
Gotcha.
When I won't actually be doing church stuff. So
Okay. Well, we're still gonna have the podcast next week, though, right?
that is my current plan.
Okay, cool.
So I just want to quickly talk about the Discord real quick.
Sky, wait. Sky Flit, hurry up and ask. We gotta go soon. Go, David.
I'm glad to see a lot of activity there. EPS is just interacting, and you got Calf and Steve-O and a bunch of other dudes. So so the Discord, man. I mean, you guys can join, and it's a us 4 were already interacting on Facebook, but now that we have a Discord, we get to finally interact with the fans. So that's really cool. And feel free to put stuff into the podcast keynote area if you want us to talk about something, or if you just want to see what I'm eating during the week. There's also that too.
Yeah,
But,
seriously, if you like post something in the chat, there's a good chance like we try to talk about it or answer it, but sometimes we don't like see it. So if you want to talk something, like the Discord is probably the best way to get yourself heard, so that we can like actually see it. Now we still might forget, and you might have to remind us, but like at least it's on our mind. And Bandana usually writes stuff down. Skyflint said, and this is a loaded question, so we'll have to keep it to like 1 or 2 sentences. Who is your favorite Smash fighter? It's hard right now. I'm trying to go back to Pikachu because he's really fast and light. However, I have problems when I fight heavyweights, so I have to tend to revert back to King K. Rool. But Peach is my all-time favorite. Devin, real quick.
Little Mac, just because he pretty much, I don't know, something about the controls just really flowed with when I was playing him, and I actually feel like I'm good with him.
Where's the Discord link, Hunter asks? Like, can I just copy Discord? Like,
there's an invite link. I could put you can get it. Since I'm not an administrator,
put it in our Discord right now, and then I'll put it in the I'll do it, and then I'm trying to like okay. So David, your favorite.
I really like playing as Ganondorf. It's really fun. He's reported to be the worst character in the game. I don't really follow tier lists, but I still kick butt with him, so that's fun.
Bandana, you?
David is my favorite since I don't actually play. I've been very happy to see David playing with people. on from the Discord. So I will say David is my favorite Smash fighter. And
Where's the Discord link in our Discord?
the gathering place.
Gathering place. I'm not seeing it.
Then let me real quick. I'll put it in the.
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm copying it, and now I'm gonna put it in the.
Come join the Discord. We have all kinds of discussions over there.
Retro Gamers here.
APS just did it.
It's like the show goes on for all week.
All right, so there it goes. Yeah, I don't do a lot of talking in it because I'm old and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, I like, but I do read it actually. Like, but when I read it, I usually have to read like a day's worth at a time, and then like it's like watching a movie that's like 5 years old that was really popular. Like, guys, who wants to talk about Thanos snapping everybody into non-existence? And everyone's like, that was like a while ago, dude. You know, but I just saw the movie. So, like, a lot of times, like, I'll be like, to address something said at 2:04 p.m. today, you know, and it's 11. So, like, but I do read the chats. But these guys interact way more than I do. And sometimes I'm snarky. Sorry, EPS 5000. I was just kidding around with you about the whole Reggie situation. But, I do appreciate you guys. And you guys rule. Yeah. So, anyone else?
All good.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good week. We'll see you next week. We'll talk about the whole Bethesda Microsoft Fallout. Will I or will I not go and join the evil empire of Microsoft? Will I eat David's hair and David look like a 13-year-old?
Or so.
And yeah, have a good day. And yeah, see you later, guys. Peace out. See you next week. Bye.